Good morning, everybody. Out here this morning, kind of a late start in the day. Been taking care of goats and chickens. Now we're gonna get started in the garden real quick. Let me get out here and we'll see what we've got. I know that the garden's gotten pretty overrun. I'm gonna have to check the date of when we actually did the pruning on the tomatoes. So let me show you what the garden looks like today. So the trim was 3 weeks ago that we did the pruning on the tomatoes, and here's a quick scan of, these are the Abe Lincolns. Just a quick scan and I'll go through here and show you some fruit. I saw a big one down in there. Nice big tomatoes. There's some right there. There's some right there. They're just hiding everywhere. But I pruned these 3 weeks ago. You guys watched us do that. And you saw how high and lifted they were, and they almost looked like we did a little bit too excessive. There's some more down there. But you can see they have completely gone crazy. But if you think those have gone nuts, wait till you see these. Here's the Romas. Oh my goodness, we can't even get down the aisle. They've gotten so far in 3 weeks' time, and that's just with us managing stuff, trying to stay ahead of the game, trying to get the tomatoes. We can't even hardly get down through here. Look at this. This is the aisle. So I've got to come through here. We're gonna have to do some creative pruning because we got to get some things off the back of this one. There's another Abe Lincoln. There's some Abe. Here they are. There's just Abe Lincolns popping out of there from the backside, all over the place. Romas. There's some Romas right down in there. They're all just tucked in there. It's so overgrown. I'm gonna have to go in here and just do another crazy pruning. Get these lifted up. Some of them are just went past the clips and just went nuts. And then the chilies. Wow. The plants are just huge. But what I want to show you real quick, these are sunflowers. They're waist high on me. So about 3 foot-ish. They're just a couple weeks old. Coming up, stalks are like an inch around. Check this thing out. It's huge. Peppers. We got peppers everywhere. This is the, where's those Mentos? Oh my goodness, they're just, this is jalapenos here. They're just covered in them. Jalapenos. Hot or mild? I don't know. Tell me. Pimento peppers. Great big, just growing up there. Look at that. Pimentos. Oh, love pimento peppers. Here's some. They're smaller right now. Bell peppers. Picked a great big one yesterday. Should have showed you guys that. It didn't. These are colored bell peppers. Oh, there's that elusive harlequin bug on there. There it is. See it running? It'll hide back in there. Tomatillos just going crazy. But what I was trying to show you, I get distracted easy. Y'all know that. Come over here. So this is the loofah. In 1 week's time, this plant has gone from right down here attaching to the fence clear up here to the top of the fence. And if you think that one's big, this one here, it's not. It's going to start going down the side of the fence. It's a foot taller than the fence. And let's see if I can find a loofah. There's blossoms everywhere. I know there's a couple. I just don't remember where they were at. Let's see. Well, somewhere right here. don't remember exactly where I saw it. You guys see it while I'm digging around here, put it in the comments. Well, there it is right there on the other side of the fence. There's the start. I got ants all over the blossom. That should be okay. Come right up here. I saw this one right here behind my finger. Right there's one. There's the start of one. Right there's tiny. Loofah sponge. Can't wait. Y'all will be excited to see that. Well, what I'm trying to do is make my way over here to the worm bin. I've started running some worm juice, which is what we fertilize the garden with. So we've got about a half gallon right there. It's going to just dribble out for a little while, and I'm going to give you guys the first peek inside the worm bin. So nothing spectacular to see. You kind of keep some burlap on it just to keep it a little bit moist. They eat the burlap. That piece all tore up. And right at first glance, you see worms right on top. Very nice, bigger. So I've got some more food for them. You can kind of see some potato skins on top. They'll eat everything up. So I'm going to dig down through here, and you'll see there's some great big. So there's a mix of European night crawlers, red wigglers, and then get down in here. This is all just moist dirt, mostly castings. We'll dig a hole in this corner, and we just kind of pick corners. Dig down till we get towards the bottom of the pile. So the European night crawlers go deep. They'll go deeper than the red wigglers. Red wigglers like it about 4 inches or so. So see if I can. Here's a European night crawler. Great fish and worms, but they're super active. They get down in there deep. Here's another one. I know all the girls are going gross. Maybe some of you guys too. So if you notice, when we get down here real deep, all we see is those night crawlers. Up here in the surface soil, you get the red wigglers. Another night crawler. Right here. Now there's a night crawler. So this is a red wiggler. You can see how much smaller they are. They're real tiny. But these guys, believe it or not, the red wigglers, will almost eat their weight more so. You can see them right there. Just they're going at it. They eat their weight in food unbelievably fast. So we just give them all the scraps. So there's a piece of squash, a lot of potatoes. Try to get it down in here where it makes a cluster. Bananas. Boy, in a day or two. I'll try to come back in about a week and show you guys what they've done to this pile. So we just put the food in there just like that. And then we'll cover it all up. And in about, that pile will probably take them a week or so. I'm always amazed at how much they actually do. Cover that up and give this some burlap on it. What the burlap does is just kind of give it a little insulating layer where we sprinkle it with some water and kind of keep it moist and then cool at the same time. Worms don't like it real hot, obviously, living in the ground. So when we have them in a cage like this, or a cage, a tank, or in a habitat, we have to keep that like the ground, and they like it well drained. So So to hold that moisture in, we just use that burlap, but we'll take this, water it down. Really water it about, I'm gonna say once a week. Maybe not quite that much. The moist was, or the dirt was still pretty moist, so they don't like it wet. So in the base of this, we actually have a false space. In the bottom of this is basically a barrel cut in half, put together and sealed up in the middle. And then I have a divider in there so that any of the moisture will leach out and go into the bottom. And then it allows us to drain it out in the form of, with going through their water and going through their urine and their feces, which is worm castings, turns into worm tea. Worm tea we then put into the same container. This is our worm container. Got worm tea. And it's still running down here. So we'll let that run for a little bit longer. We usually get about a gallon every couple of days. And what we do is we take turns watering things. So today it's strawberries in that front bed. So we will get this worm tea out of here and water the strawberry or fertilize the strawberries. So I've let this run for a little bit, and let's see how we do this one-handed without spilling it. Well, I can't. So we've got it poured in there, and for today, it is the strawberries' turn. So I'm gonna make my way over here to the strawberries. And there they are. So we just do this as a foliar application. And you see our Napa cabbage that's starting to die off. Finish that out. Here's a nice little fertilization. Let me show you guys these runners. Berlin likes to call them the babies. Strawberries put off runners. So this right here is a runner. You can see right here as it goes, they'll attach right where they're at. Here's another one. This one actually will make a runner. Attachment here, can make an attachment here. This one has an attachment. Shooting runners off all over the place. So there's one right there where it's, you can see how it's into the ground. What we'll do is we take those, as instead of them attaching, we'll move them around, and we're going to pull that cabbage out. We'll probably start that pretty soon. We'll make a video and show you how to do that. But these attachments you can take off, and we can run these over here and make, see this one right here? It's already attaching. So you can see it's working its way down in there to a root. So we'll just let that. What we'll do is a root, we'll transplant them then into the other parts of this, and this will be one giant bed of strawberries, and that's what the plan is. We just kind of fill the bed with some other stuff while this kind of gets to the point where it makes runners. So that's just a little quick shot for today. A little shot at the worms, kind of your first view of the worms and how we fertilize the garden. And the main fertilizer that we use for the garden is the worm castings and the worm juice. And you can see it works. We do everything every day that we get a gallon, something else gets fertilized, and we kind of just go through the garden and kind of keep track of what we do, and everything gets it. I think next sunflowers are probably going to get some. They haven't had any yet. are growing so fast. You can see them on the end over there of these things, how tall they are, just being, I think, about a week, 2 weeks old. And they're 3 feet tall. So stay tuned, and so don't forget to subscribe. And if you see something you like, then share it, comment in the comments. As I said in a previous video, we're going to be doing a contest for our first 100 subscribers. So subscribe, hit the share button if you like something, leave us a comment of what you like to see. Tell us what you think, you know, good or bad. Let us know how we're doing. This is new for us. We just want to take you along on our adventure in our garden and our lifestyle here on the homestead, and playing with the goats and getting our own milk and having our own food, and trying to teach you guys a little bit maybe on what you can do yourself, whether you're in town or have land, any of those things. So let us know what you think. Subscribe, pass it to your friends, share it on all your different social medias, and we'll look at you later. Have a great day.